Getting recorded.
This today
Oh, good.
a long one. Hoy es una larga. Sí. Bregando. Ya.
Pues dale, léete la lección esta vez.
Okay, today.
Ahora, hoy tienes ahí un maratón.
Sí.
You have a marathon there.
Sí. Pero ya it's the final one. The final 6 lessons. And I have to read the introduction to our final lessons, which is going to be long, Gary,
In Spanish.
en español. Because it sticks better for me in
I
Spanish.
already read it. It's okay. I already read it.
Okay. Pues entonces, you practice your Spanish.
I'll turn the volume down.
Ok, pues las lecciones finales. Introducción. En nuestras lecciones finales utilizaremos la mínima cantidad de palabras posible. Tan solo las utilizaremos al principio de nuestras prácticas y únicamente para que nos recuerden que lo que buscamos es ir más allá de ella. Dirijámonos a aquel que nos guía en nuestro camino y que imparte seguridad a nuestros pasos. En sus manos dejamos estas lecciones y de aquí en adelante le entregamos también nuestras vidas, pues no queremos volver a creer en el pecado que fue lo que hizo que el mundo pareciese un lugar feo e inseguro, hostil y destructor, peligroso desde cualquier punto de vista y traicionero más allá de cualquier esperanza de poder tener confianza o de escapar del dolor. El suyo es el único camino para hallar la paz que Dios nos ha dado. Su camino es el que todo el mundo tiene que recorrer al final, pues este es el final que Dios mismo dispuso. En el sueño del tiempo, este final parece ser algo muy remoto. Sin embargo, en verdad está aquí como una amable guía que nos indica qué camino tomar. Marchemos juntos por el camino que la verdad nos señala y seamos los líderes de los muchos hermanos que andan en busca del camino, pero que no lo encuentran. Consagremos nuestras mentes a este propósito, poniendo todos nuestros pensamientos al servicio de la salvación. La meta que se nos ha asignado es la de perdonar al mundo. Esa es la función que Dios nos ha encomendado. Y lo que buscamos es el final del sueño, no como nosotros queremos que dicho final sea, sino como lo quiere Dios. Pues no podremos sino reconocer que todo aquello que perdonamos es parte de Dios mismo. Y así sus recuerdos se reinstaurará en y así sus recuerdos se reinstaurará en nosotros completamente y en su totalidad. Nuestra función es recordarlo a Él aquí en la tierra, tal como se nos ha dado ser su propia compleción en la realidad. No nos olvidemos, por lo tanto, de que nuestro objetivo es algo que compartimos, pues en ese recordar es donde radica el recuerdo de Dios y lo que nos señala el camino que conduce hasta Él y hasta el remanso de su paz. ¿Cómo lo vamos a perdonar a nuestros hermanos, que es quien nos puede ofrecer esto? Él es el camino, la verdad y la vida que nos muestra el sendero. En Él reside la salvación que se nos ofrece a través del perdón que le concedemos. No terminaremos este año sin el regalo que nuestro Padre le prometió a su Santo Hijo. Hemos sido perdonados y nos encontramos a salvo de toda la ira que le atribuimos a Dios y que después descubrimos no era más que un sueño. Se nos ha restituido la cordura en la que comprendemos que la ira es una locura, el ataque algo demente y la venganza una mera fantasía pueril. Nos hemos salvado de la ira porque nos dimos cuenta de que estábamos equivocados. Eso es todo. Esta palabra, encolerizaría un padre con su hijo porque éste no hubiese comprendido la verdad. Venimos a Dios y con honestidad le decimos que no habíamos entendido y le pedimos que nos ayude a aprender sus lecciones a través de la voz del Maestro que Él mismo nos dio. ¿E iba Dios acaso a hacerle daño a su hijo? ¿O bien se apresuraría a contestar de inmediato diciendo, este es mi hijo y todo lo que tengo le pertenece? Ten por seguro que así es como responderá, pues estas son sus propias palabras para ti y nadie podrá jamás tener más que esto, pues en esas palabras yace todo lo que existe y todo lo que jamás existirá por los siglos de los siglos, así como en la eternidad. Las lecciones 361 a la 365. Te entrego este instante santo, sé tú quien dirige, pues quiero simplemente seguirte, seguro de que tu dirección me brindará paz. Y si necesito una palabra de aliento, Él me la dará. Si necesito un pensamiento, Él me la dará también. Y si lo que necesito es quietud y una mente receptiva y serena, esos serán los regalos que de Él recibiré. Él está a cargo a petición mía y me oirá y contestará porque Él habla en nombre de Dios, mi Padre, y de su Santo Hijo. I like that lesson. Amén.
Fabuloso.
Sí. Fabuloso.
Sí. Ya estamos en la recta final. We're in the last stretch.
Save the epilogue for another day.
That will be for the last day,
Ah,
¿verdad?
¿Cuál fue la pregunta?
Que si leo el epílogo, that's the last day for December
Exactly.
31st.
Exactly.
After we do these 6 days of the same lesson.
5.
5, perdón. 5.
No estás perdonada.
Son 6 días. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 y el 31. 6.
Pues muy bien.
Ah, no sé, 5 días. Ah, no sé. Whatever.
Dale, discute todo lo que tú quieras. She's arguing with herself, you know. I'm not going to intervene in that. I'm just saying, go ahead, do it.
far be it from me to demand translations.
We just translate the importance, the important stuff.
Ah, okay.
And
That was unimportant.
we don't analyze what is important. The translation is in automatically.
Whatever. No problem on my part.
It's like when I was translating for Joanna in the monastery. If there was something that I did, I was like, I'm not translating that. She'd be like, fine, that's less shit for my mind. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's a great attitude.
See.
Man, I have the feeling that Angelica will show up when we're closing.
Sí.
That's so predictable.
Es lo que está bien. It's okay.
Ay, mi madre.
La amamos.
She has some stuff going on.
Looks like it, yes.
Apparently, yeah, she wanted to connect.
Is this her father or her boyfriend?
She didn't say. She was saying just in general that she wanted to connect.
See.
It's written there in the motorhome.
I know. I
But it's in
translated it.
Spanish.
I went to Google Translate. I'm keeping up with you all.
You have to translate for yourself.
You see the picture of Adriana and I 19 years ago?
I did see that.
Con mi papá.
I did.
I don't remember that party at all.
You don't remember?
Nada. And not even the jungla, photo either.
That was more recent. That was like 3 years ago.
Exactly.
The one with my dad, you and
Is that your father?
That's my dad, yeah.
Oh, okay.
with her.
Yeah, I kind of connected, you know, the area with the,
Sí.
the age of the bodies, and I suppose it was around the time that you were vacationing here, ¿verdad? Yeah.
Yo creo, I think that was 2 years ago. Dos veranos, two summers ago. Que fuimos. We went in your car. I have other pictures, but I don't know. I was cleaning out. I was borrando, ¿cómo se dice? Deleting photos from my phone. So I was going way back. And that's where I found those pictures. But it's good to see those, at least the one from my birthday, because it was like, I was telling Adriana, it's a sensation that, like a comprobación, like confirmation of how I've been sustained all of my life. And the symbolism was like her presence was there, has been in my life for so long, and I felt like it's not a specialism with her, you know, the figure of her, but it's like the symbol of her constancy in my life for so long. I felt like it's coming from the spirit, you know. That was, it was like looking, I think that's the good thing, or a good purpose of looking back, is to see that, not nostalgia or wanting to go back to the time or thinking, oh, look how young we were. It's the confirmation of how loved and sustained we always have been.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that picture was right before Viram.
Sí.
I was going to ask.
Just right before Viram.
Sí. Yeah, right after that, like 2 years after that, I already had Adi. And
Wow. Amazing.
Sí, porque Adi is now 18.
17. He'll be 18 in April.
Fue. Okay.
Sí, en esa época, around that.
Sí, como un año antes de encontrarte con Viram. We had finished law school, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Course,
sí, you were
like
working.
5 or 6 years.
Sí, estaba recién divorciada. I had just recently divorced, and I had come back to Puerto Rico. You were working.
Okay.
No sé dónde estabas trabajando.
All right.
En el bufete aquel, I don't know.
Honey?
En O'Neill, yo creo, sí. You were in the midst of bringing up all of your children. They were all in school, and they were
Busy time.
time.
Busy time.
So in that picture, you already had 3 kids?
Adriana, yeah.
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 They were like preteens and teenagers.
Mm.
Sí.
She was full time.
Pues sí.
Bueno, y how did you guys spend Christmas Day?
Pretty quiet.
Sí.
Just read and finished up Messiah last night. That was good.
Sí.
He had some very clear things to say along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a
It's
shame.
unfortunate that it didn't make it a second season.
I think that there was a lot of controversy because they
Oh, I know. It's what's beautiful about a show like that. I love controversy. Stir people up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that they didn't have a lot of people watching the show though. One of
Yeah.
those
No,
shows.
I understand. I just wish they had found a way to make it happen. It'd be curious to see where they took it in the second season. So,
You can take it wherever you want to take it.
of course. Of course.
Tuve ese mismo pensamiento.
Yeah, you can do your own second
I
season
know.
without any budget, no
Not
spending
as much,
money, you don't have to hire nobody,
not as interesting coming
much
out of
less
my own
effort.
head.
Yeah, you have everything that you need to make your own movie.
Every single day. So yeah, I was quiet. Talked to my dad for a little bit.
How is he?
He's good. He had a friend over, and he was making dinner for them. His buddy Grant. So he was distracted with cooking while talking, multitasking.
He was cooking and talking to you at the same time
Yeah,
with friends over there.
with one friend over. I said at one point, let me get off the phone so you and Grant. He goes, no, Grant's seeing the TV and he's going through the menu looking for something to watch. So, all right, fine.
Just the boys having fun.
Yep.
How interesting, because I had the picture of your dad as somebody that was in need of care. And it seems to me that he's quite capable.
He's very capable. And I think probably that came about because when we first started to talk, my sister had it in her head that my father was not able to care for himself. And, that's when she cut me off again in our communications because I just disagreed with her. So
You didn't want to join with her in that.
me want
Yeah.
to join with her? No,
You didn't want to join with her there.
not at all. No. And that was the day before the first day of the retreat in Utah.
Mm.
So yeah, no, she's very emotional in that way, and so she'll conjure up a big story and blow it up into something huge. So I think that's probably why my father seems like he's in need of care, because that was the first story about him that you probably heard.
Yeah, for sure.
So he does just fine these days, taking care of himself. Did you find any flan?
Flan.
Anyone?
Flan? Did you find that?
Yeah. No.
No.
I have a bit in the freezer
A cake.
for my disposition whenever I want to take a bite. There it lasts forever. But no. And it's okay. It's so beautiful because I was expecting, silently expecting, because they were going to their parents' home. So since they brought me food in Thanksgiving, where I thought they were bringing me food again, but none came, and I laughed at the expectancy,
Yeah.
but it was beautiful. It is always beautiful every day to see how my mind has changed so radically from what it was. Because I can notice the changes that are happening to more quiet and more content state of mind, which is really, even with the earthquake and the stuff, you know, the whole attitude towards the whole situation was so completely different to last year. And last year I was okay and I was dealing with it and I was quiet, but this time around it was so beautiful because it, in one sense, I could not find in myself hesitation or lack of sustainment. The first time around, I found myself like wondering, ¿sabes? And trying for me to find help through the world. But this time around, it was so nice that I could find sustenance within me first, and then see the reflections outside. It was kind of like an invitation to a deeper surrendering. And in that sense, it got me near to the light instead of, tú sabes, making me recoil to the darkness will be like seeking for sustainment in things of the world. I went totally in and and surrendered totally. And that decision made me feel totally at peace. And it was good to see the difference from last year. Yeah. Maybe I was waiting for that just to confirm that I must connected with the power within and totally oblivious to what happens outside in terms of internal peace. Because obviously we will have to do something. You know, I packed some things in the car and talked about it with you guys, called my daughter, listen, this is a possibility, watch the app. But really the peace in which I did all of that and that I'm still in, I think it has been the beautiful gift of being able to see the fear and go through it and surrender to the light, all the fear that is within me. So that could be a witness that what we're doing works.
Sí.
And I'm sure that you have examples for yourself. And even you, Gary, that you seem to be kind of new to the material of the course, but still you've been practicing for a long time and trying to find the answer within yourself.
Okay.
Sí. Definitivamente.
So yeah, we're gonna do a second season of the Messiahs. The Messiah is gonna be you, motherfucker.
Gary the Messiah.
No.
And with no controversy, please, because it's non-dual, no controversy.
No, gracias. No interesante.
Qué bello es todo.
Sí.
Can you say that, Gary? Qué bello es todo.
No sé.
That's a great phrase. You should learn to say it.
Qué bello es todo.
Qué bello es todo.
What does it mean?
Everything is beautiful.
Everything is beautiful.
How beautiful is everything is actually a more correct translation. Pero Adriana has been saying that phrase I think, ever since I've
Forever.
forever.
It's an ironic way. It's an ironic way to look at shit and say, qué bello.
At the beginning, that's how you would use it. You used it a lot as ironic. Like if some shit would happen, like que bello es todo, like oh. But I've seen how it's been a phrase that has been used a lot, but there's a redefinition in the meaning of it, and now we can actually accept it as true.
Mm,
You know.
lovely.
So that's a classic one, and that's probably the one that your children were probably tortured with.
Qué bello es todo. Y la otra era, estás alto de odio.
Ah, sí. It's,
Full of hate. But full like when you cannot take any more food. That full. Hay una palabra en
lo que
inglés
me viene a
para
la mente, like glutton or gluttony, or someone who is just
when you're so filled that you cannot take any.
Yeah.
it's more than full.
Harto.
It's harto, it's more than full.
Ajá. It's the fullest.
Overflowing.
And it's a very it's not a very polite word. It's like a more
It's a strong word.
More slang word. Because if you were in a highly educated place, you won't say I'm alto. That's kind of a vulgar
Sí.
way of saying that I'm full. So yeah, when I was teaching some seminars around the island on different topics, and I use that word a lot. Like in an ironic way, in a funny way of saying, this one is full of hate.
You've been a bit of a disruptor on this planet, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have done all my lessons. I always say that I burn all my. Ay, ¿cómo es que se llama eso?
Bridges?
Cartucho.
No, her ammunition.
Not bridges, you have a dynamite stick, like a dynamite stick.
Los cartuchos
What's the
cases, she's just saying, Dios mío, es ammunition, tú sabes, la munición.
And all your fireworks.
Sí.
All the fireworks that you needed to burn, you burn them all. Sorry, like you exhausted everything.
Sí.
Already, very quick.
Sí.
Sí.
That's maybe why I can, stay here and be quiet and be content and stop searching around, because I try enough times.
Yeah, if there's someone that has searched and searched and searched con fervor, I Adriana, like with passion.
Sí.
So it's only like logical that it's a different kind of dynamic now.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, tú sabes, all the happiness just comes from the union with Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Just I had to go there in my mind and say the only thing that I need is you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're with me, I cannot fear anything. And go truly there and examine my mind when any corner that I think that I could be okay without him.
Mhm.
Because when Christ come really to you, you know that you're nothing without him.
Mm.
That completion in the thought, like if you're going to draw a circle, going to finish the circle, we have to be the exchange completely of your true self for your false self. And that can only be done with gratitude and happiness. It cannot be done as a sacrifice or as something that it's not wanted but needed. You know, you won't go there unless you're happy about it.
Mhm.
Se jodió el cable.
What?
it's yeah, it's she said this thing got fucked up.
Oh,
Sí, se congeló. Yeah, yeah, she left.
gone. Back.
Yeah, there she is back.
The fucking internet cannot withstand my words. I was
No.
saying that the cabronizado doesn't have any meaning in English.
Fucked up would be the closest.
Sí, pero it
A de
doesn't convey.
cabronizado.
Sí, but it fucked up doesn't convey the degree
The
of
intensity.
fucked up. Ay, mi madre.
Ay, mi madre.
That's another favorite too. When I see something and I don't know what to say, I just say, ay, mi madre. Just like I found out that Bart Simpson used ay caramba. That was so funny. Your motherfucker Bart Simpson uses ay caramba. Uh, I'm crying here, laughing so much. So that's great. Sometimes I just feel like I would like to be in a room with you guys, but it's momentarily.
Mm.
Yeah. Then I say, well, if it's supposed to happen, it will happen.
Yeah.
I don't need to do anything about it.
Mm.
Yeah, a digital room is quite the same.
Mm.
Actually, it's better because you don't smell. If you fart, I do say I cannot smell your farts. You know, if you stink, cannot. I don't have to bath to take these things. So we will see. It will all be good. Yeah, that's another part of it. The understanding and the feeling comfortable with communication being on the mind only. Yeah, that takes a while, but when you get there, it's very, 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 very happy, liberating, and useful.
Mhm.
Because then, tú sabes, it takes out the element of time and space when you know that you can communicate completely and totally, instantaneously. And then you get the gist of what is communication really, because communication has nothing to do with words. It's just the presence of love and light.
Mhm.
We try to do it with words, but words don't convey the power of what is being communicated until you know that it only is and brings its existence to joining with another part of him that it's the same. That's basically what is communication. It's not saying anything. It's just
Mhm.
acknowledging what is already there, which is the eternal, the good, the divine, the beauty inside of light and love eternally present. And that makes everything much, much easy, simple, and quick.
Hmm.
And then the judgment part becomes so apparent and evident. Because if that's the only real thing that it's to communicate, that needs no judgment or anything. No evaluation of the worthiness of the one that is giving or receiving. And that shortens, that's why it says that it shortens time este, so quickly, because in the mind, you know that you're only acknowledging what always has been there and will be, and just not paying attention to what is not.
See.
Yeah, I sent the Muji meditation to Adri. She likes it. I've been listening in shorts.
Mhm.
Pero,
Is it on YouTube?
yeah.
Yeah. I
¿Tú
didn't.
no se lo enviaste a él?
I forgot. I can do
Ah, you
that.
forgot about it. Qué buena.
What?
She's saying, she's asking me if I sent you the Muji link.
Oh yeah, no,
And then
it's all right.
I told her I forgot. She's like, oh, you forgot about Gary, huh?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm used to it.
No, she was doing.
I don't need it. I
Mira el
know how to
otro.
find it.
Entonces el otro, no, está bien,
Yo
está
estoy
bien.
acostumbrado que me
quiero.
lo
No me envíes nada, yo estoy acostumbrado.
I'm used to be
I'm
forgotten.
used to be forgotten.
Mire, cabrón.
Ay, mi madre. Okay. No, now I have to send it to you.
No,
Okay?
you don't. No, here I'll just pull it up faster than you can send it. How's
No,
that?
I que no.
No.
Okay, you were saying, Adriana, that you sent the link
To
to
Adri. Sí, porque I know that she likes to listen to Muji.
Sí.
And I've been listening to it bit by bit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sí. I was surprised, like when I was doing it at 4:30 in the morning, when I was listening to it, when it ended, obviously I went back to sleep, but when I looked at the link, it was over an hour long. And for me, it was just like 15 minutes.
See.
You were totally into it in the moment. That's lovely.
But it's no different than his usual meditation, right? It's nothing
I mean,
new.
it's like it has just a theme of
Well, it's making a lot of references to Jesus and to Christ. Yeah, and that's kind of, I never heard him referring, because it's a Christmas.
But
I
he's
think he did it
actually,
on Christmas, so
he was born as a Christian. He was great. He was raised as a Christian. His mother was very Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep forgetting
Yeah.
about him. But I know that my daughter likes to hear him.
Yeah.
So I send it to her as a Christmas gift. I say, this is my Muji Christmas gift.
He's like a big Christian. I mean, he's like a big Jamaican teddy bear.
Sí. Sí. I can see Adri I can visualize her in the satsang with Muji.
In Rishikesh.
Yeah, that's her vibe.
Yeah.
She would love it there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a zoo for me.
Have you been?
No, I had a friend that went. She was traveling through India and decided to slide down and see him. And she had a couple questions that he picked her for.
Mhm.
But it didn't really make sense to me because she turned her questions over to, so she's also a student of Curtis's. And I don't know, that was weird. The questions just didn't make any sense at all. And I think it was, I don't know, it felt like Curtis was trying to make a connection with Muji in some non-dual sort of esoteric realm. And instead of just Sterling asking a question for herself, she ended up asking stuff through Curtis. I don't know, to each his own, whatever, but you're there sitting with Muji, why don't you just ask, whatever question arises for you? So, yeah.
Oh, she was there. She's like, I have a question. Like if I would do to a teacher, I have this
My
friend.
guy that is in California.
¿Cómo?
I bring a question all over from California.
I have
Hey,
a question, a friend of mine.
my teacher.
But I mean, that the beautiful acceptance of the irreality of all questioning would have been a great understanding.
Claro. Sí. Yeah.
But I've seen videos of people asking questions to Ken Wapnick, and I think there's one of this. Look, my husband has a question, and his question
And he's sitting right next to her.
sitting right there. I know.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
big
aim
thing is that if that question, I mean, maybe she just needed, I mean, maybe she had the same question, but she needed to refer it back to someone else to have the courage to make it. Like,
No,
this is not
she
my
was
question,
in,
someone else's question, but I want to ask it anyway.
I don't know what it was all about.
It doesn't matter because it's,
It doesn't matter.
questioning is from the ego. And I like
Yep.
Muji because any question that comes up, he takes the person to the same place. And after you see one satsang, it's one answer for all questions. And he has the patience and he sits there and he just goes, he goes to the person where they're at and he comes and he draws them towards the truth.
And he'll take pretty much any question as long as it lives in the non-dual realm. Like Adyashanti used to say, I'm not a relationship guy, so I can't help you in the realm of relationships. I'm a truth guy. I'm a non-dual guy. I'm not a relationship guy. So he would just sort of cut all that, my partner, like this whiny relationship stuff that would come up for Adyashanti. So, because that's where so much of the world lives. And I mean, even Muji will just take those questions one after the next. And after a while, it's like, okay, click.
Yeah, because he knows it's all the same, but he has
Yeah.
a deep empathy because he's been there and he knows and he can empathize with the person.
Where he loses his patience is when somebody stands up and starts talking about like world issues about water, or they have a thing that they're trying to get across to the world and they use that as a
Trying to
platform.
fix the world.
Yeah. Yeah. But he has patience, especially with the Indian men. Very analytical, and they'll start grinding away on something, and Muji's like there, and he's there, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, enough.
I got it.
Time for you to sit down.
Bueno, pues
Fabuloso.
Everything is good. Estoy bien. I'm good.
Sí.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Yeah, let's see.
Dale tierra rápido antes de que entre Angélica.
She's like- Turn it
No
off.
nos podemos despedir porque ella de alguna manera siente cuando nos estamos despidiendo
Sí.
y ahí es que ella entra.
She like feels when
Ya,
we're
yo me imagino que
goodbye
sí.
and then she comes in.
Nada, si después ella que necesita que estemos con ella, me avisa. Yo,
Sí, sí.
yeah, I'll be here. I'm not decided yet if I'm going to Adri's house or not.
Well, your
And
earthquakes have,
since it has been quiet and tranquil, they'll
yeah.
disappear. Yeah.
In fact, they've moved west. They've moved west to Ponce. The earthquakes, they're small and have moved west.
Beautiful. Let them be.
Yeah. And out into the ocean.
Yes, let them be right there. For now, I'm just grateful every second that it doesn't shake. It gives me another view of being grateful.
Yeah. Let's see.
So yeah, I'm gonna be here. If Angelica needs, let me know. I guess she will contact you.
Yo le mando un mensaje. I'll tell her. Okay. Gracias. Los amo.
Gracias.
Thank you very much.
Que
Tengan
tenga lindo día.
un bonito día. Bye.
Bye bye.